Hello, my name is Susan Sandager, and it's an honor to address you. You may recognize me as the lady who does the impersonation of Corrie ten Boom. For many years, I have been resurrecting her memory in a series of one-woman shows called Giving Voice to the Legacy of Corrie ten Boom. I've been asked to share a piece of Corrie ten Boom's memory. For anyone who might not know who she was, Miss ten Boom worked with the Dutch resistance in World War II. A devout Christian, she and her family were intimately involved with a rescue operation that helped hundreds of Dutch Jews escape Hitler's killing machine. Ultimately, however, the family was found out and arrested and sent to concentration camp along with thousands of Dutch Jews. The only member of her family to survive the incarceration was Corrie. She emerged from the nightmare at age 54, broken and malnourished, but with a passion to share what she had learned there at Ravensbruck, that there is no pit so deep, but that God's love is not deeper still. She spent the rest of her life on a journey to share that message, speaking everywhere the doors opened to her. Ultimately, she traveled to 64 countries. She became a gifted communicator and a prolific writer, effectively impacting countless lives around the world with her message of love and forgiveness. Now, the ten Booms were a unique family. They had a real affinity with the Jewish people. In 1844, the ten Boom family, Corrie's grandfather, began a prayer fellowship in their home to pray for the Jewish people. This tradition continued on through 4 generations of ten Booms, praying for the Jews to be blessed in whatever land they had been scattered to, praying that the Jews would be able to return to their homeland, praying for the peace of Jerusalem simply because that's what the Bible called them to do. This family tradition of praying for the Jews ended exactly 100 years later in 1944, when the family was arrested by the Nazis for the crime of protecting Jews. On the face of it, this would be a hard thing to reconcile. The ten Boom family loved God, and they were faithful Christians. They loved the Jews. They viewed Jews as God's chosen people and were dedicated to saving as many as possible. Miss ten Boom understood there was a plan for her life. Without suffering, the plan would have been incomplete. It was that suffering and loss at Ravensbruck that authenticated her message. Would we even know who Corrie ten Boom was had she not suffered? It's been said that without a test, there is no testimony. Traveling about, giving voice to the legacy of Corrie ten Boom has been a journey of sorts for me. And I've learned a lot by impersonating this giant of the faith. One of the things I've learned is that our testimonies outlive us. People are still being impacted by the life and testimony of Corrie ten Boom, yet she passed away 33 years ago. Actually, everyone is going to leave a legacy of some sort. We don't have to be brilliant or wealthy or famous or spiritual giant like Corrie ten Boom. But we decide what kind of legacy we leave. Many of you are that someone that many of us could come up to and say, thank you. Without you, I couldn't have done this. You're leaving a legacy of purpose, having used your strength and talents for a higher calling. You've made life about something bigger than you. You're showing us that although none of us are going to live forever, we can live on through the legacy we leave and the impact we make on our world. Thank you for the legacy you will have left us and the impact you have made and are making on all those that you encounter. Thank you.